On a cold January day in 2003, a tragic event unfolded in the suburban town of Mississauga, Ontario. It was a crime that, at first, seemed like a tragic accident, but soon it was revealed to be a dark and twisted story of betrayal and greed, committed by two teenage sisters against their own mother. This is the story of the infamous Bathtub girls' murder. In this video, we'll examine the details of the murder, the shocking motives behind it, how the investigation unraveled, and the legal consequences that followed. This case became a point of controversy and left an indelible mark on Canada's criminal justice system. The victim, Linda Anderson, was a single mother working hard to provide for her 3 children. Living in Mississauga, Linda's life appeared to be stable, but underneath the surface, there were signs of tension between her and her 2 teenage daughters. The daughters, aged 15 and 16, had grown resentful of their mother, viewing her as an obstacle to a more glamorous life. They felt stifled by Linda's strict rules and modest lifestyle, which they believed stood in the way of their dreams of wealth and freedom. Their resentment led to a shocking and well-planned plot to take their mother's life. Over the course of weeks, they carefully devised a scheme to make it look like an accident, with the ultimate goal of cashing in on a $200,000 life insurance policy. On January 18, 2003, the sisters put their plan into action. They began by encouraging their mother to drink heavily, giving her a mix of alcohol and prescription pills, making sure she was heavily sedated. When Linda was barely conscious, they helped her into the bathtub, knowing she wouldn't be able to save herself. They then coldly waited as their mother drowned, ensuring that it looked like she had accidentally fallen asleep in the tub. Once Linda was dead, the sisters called 911 and pretended to be distraught, claiming they had found their mother's body in the bathtub, hoping that their well-rehearsed performance would fool everyone. Initially, police and emergency personnel ruled Linda's death as an accidental drowning. The sisters seemed to have gotten away with the perfect crime, but their behavior after the murder raised suspicions. In the weeks following the murder, the sisters couldn't resist bragging about what they had done. They began sharing details with their friends, boasting about how they had outsmarted the system and gotten away with murder. One of their friends, disturbed by their casual attitude towards the murder, went to the police and provided detailed information about what the sisters had done. This crucial tip led investigators to reopen the case. Police quickly began to collect evidence, including internet searches the sisters had conducted on drowning and sedatives, and testimonies from their friends. The case against them started to build. In 2004, more than a year after the murder, both sisters were arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Their youth and the premeditated nature of the crime shocked the public. The trial was complicated by Canada's Youth Criminal Justice Act, which limited the severity of their sentences due to their ages. The sisters were only known as the Bathtub girls in court to protect their identities. During the trial, the chilling details of the murder were revealed. The prosecution laid out the premeditated nature of the crime, while the defense argued that the girls had been troubled teens with a dysfunctional family background. In the end, both sisters pled guilty to manslaughter and received 10-year sentences, much to the dismay of the public. They were to serve their time in a youth facility, a decision that sparked outrage and debate over how the justice system handles youth involved in violent crimes. The case quickly became a media sensation in Canada. The Bathtub girls were the subject of numerous news reports, documentaries, and discussions, focusing on the shockingly cold-blooded nature of the crime and the leniency of the sentences. Many Canadians were outraged by the seemingly light punishment, arguing that the justice system had failed to hold the sisters accountable for such a heinous act. The case raised serious questions about the adequacy of the Youth Criminal Justice Act. The case also sparked debates about morality, with people questioning what could drive 2 teenage girls to murder their own mother in such a premeditated and heartless manner. After serving less than 10 years, the sisters were released with new identities to help them start over. The secrecy surrounding their release and the protection of their new lives added to the controversy of the case. Some speculate that the sisters have tried to move on and lead normal lives, but the shadow of their past actions continues to follow them. The case remains a symbol of the challenges in balancing youth rehabilitation, with justice. The case led to discussions about possible reforms to the Youth Criminal Justice Act, but changes have been slow, and the debate over how to handle young offenders involved in violent crimes persists. The story of the Bathtub Girls is one of betrayal, greed, and the cold-hearted manipulation that led to a mother's tragic death. It's a case that continues to provoke strong emotions and serves as a reminder of the potential darkness that can lurk behind seemingly normal lives. While the sisters have been given a chance to start anew, Linda Anderson's life was cut short in a way that no one should have to endure. Her story is one that deserves to be remembered, and her loss is a reminder of the importance of justice and accountability. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this story compelling, please like and subscribe for more true crime cases, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.